What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We're going to do our daily recap of the day, 24th of August 2021. Of course, gold and Bitcoin. Today is the Mamba Day, so we give a little bit of thought to Kobe Bryant. There we go. And we start seeing our hourly time frame. How was the analysis of the morning? So we were coming from a very bullish price action yesterday, coming into the Asian session reacting at 1806, not a key level but creating a price sensitivity area. In the morning we were seeing a drop, a pullback, and we were starting to see at 6 a.m. a reaction at some level, because this is 1801 is not a key level, but it was some sort of reaction that it was creating. So we made our analysis that was we were want to take sells only below this level, or we might consider taking sells if we fail to break this price sensitivity area on the left, so 1806 price sensitivity area for the rejection. Or otherwise, since our bias is still bullish, we wanted to take high risk high reward buys if the pullback went a little bit deeper, to take the buys here. Otherwise, since it was here, a retest of 1803 key level in continuation up until 1806, which is 30 pips, so it's perfectly a scalping range, and safer above 1805.5, which we got. We got also the, as you can see, rejections and sells below this sensitivity area, which was broken, but in two very weepy New York Stock Exchange hours of volume. So we're going to go on the 1 minute chart as always. So we know that our key levels are 1803 key level, 1812, which is outside of the chart. We have 1806-ish. Let me put it 1806 price sensitivity area already in the chart at the start of the day, and of course 1801, which was the predetermined at 6 a.m. as I showed you. It was our price sensitivity area below which we were going to take sells. So we're going to see that pre-London, pre-New York hours, we have a break and retest above 1803 key level. Pretty clean, not the cleanest action, but we have no closures below these previous highs and these previous lows. So even if it's not exactly 1803, it was good, and we could have entered at the break retest when price broke, and we tested again 1803 key level, and this gave like a quick 20-25 pips scalp before reacting and not giving much, actually giving a double top here, a reaction, retesting of 1803, sort of not by the dot, failing to break below these previous lows, and then okay, you got it, you know, okay. I don't care, these previous lows on the left, and we got a pretty impulsive reaction on the upside, immediately corrected when we reached the highs on the left here, got immediately corrected and even more aggressively. As you can see, we got a pullback and then very strong bearish action that stopped exactly an 1801 price sensitivity area. So this was also the sort of high risk high reward buy area. As you can see, not very clean through London session and pre-New York, but we fail 6 times, 7 times to break below this price sensitivity area, which could have given us a nice information about the price action. But if we want to be safe, of course, this is high risk, high reward entry. Let me write it in green as always. Entry, rejection, multiple rejections of price sensitivity area. Very, very high risk, but high reward as well. Because then we see that we have price going very bullish, breaking, not clean break and retest, but retest of these previous lows. And more than that, now that I see it, okay, break and retest of these last highs here on the left hand side of the order block. It created an order block that you can see if I put it like this, order block, ranging, consolidation, as you want to call it, reacting, and then continuation up. So this was sort of medium risk entry. If you consider, if you are flexible enough, fluid enough to consider that for today, for this recent price action, the key level is not exactly 1803, but it's probably 2, 3, 4 pips below, which is this price sensitivity area that was created in the last few hours, and not taking in consideration only the specific key level. I know that the purpose of the key level is exactly of being reference level, but by looking at the chart, from what I can see now, was very, very actually better to take in consideration a few pips below. Break and retest, okay. Double top, reaction, blah, blah, blah. So this was medium risk entry. Retest of previous highs / recent price sensitivity area. So I'm referring to exactly retest of this high, of this high, of this low, of this low, of this low, and these lows. So you get it. Very medium risk. Medium risk because it's slightly below the key level. But then if you miss the entry, you have break, retest, multiple retest, failing to break below. And this is the safer entry for quick scalp. Safer entry above 1703. Now the actual key level. Okay, this actual key level, tac, tac, giving you a nice push, 1803 key level up to these same highs, 1805, so 20 pips, rejecting and reacting at these previous highs. We have another pullback, as you can see, but we are not even closing and retesting 1803. We just jump back up, we make new highs, we react again at these previous highs on the left. Very, very important price action. Very, very important to look at the price action on the left, especially on the 1 minute. This is what I'm finding very, very true lately with this recaps. We have a rejection, but as you can see, where is price retracing to make a new higher low. higher low, higher high, higher high. Then it makes a new higher high here. Let me write that down. Higher low, higher low, higher high, higher high. Then we get a rejection because we are at the price sensitivity area on the right hand side. On the chart, of course, is left hand side. But is the price sensitivity area 1806 that we were expecting to price to react to. We have an equally sort of 20 pips rejection as well, but we fail to break below and retest completely 1803 key level. So even if we still had entries or medium risk entry, we are still safe. And then with the New York volume, which happened exactly here, we have a big impulsive spike up, but immediately corrected with an equally stronger, even stronger, equally strong, but even stronger rejection on the 1 minute chart on the downside. So that's why I told you this was a really weak whipsawing hour and not really easy to trade on it. But we had an impulsive break above 1806. Rejection at 1806 area of interest, price sensitivity area, we can call it whatever you want. This is very bullish momentum from buyers at New York. That was immediately, as you can see, corrected with a break below 1803. Then what do we see? That's why gold is not that easy to trade. We see a break again of the key level, retest on the dot, and then again up, down. This was a sort of medium risk safe entry here, because up until here you don't know actually in real life, in real time. This is of course a break and retest of 1803. How can you trust 1803 after this move? I think actually you cannot, but it's very, very high risk and reward if we want to call it an entry. But here was a medium risk because we saw a nice move up, correction, and then up, not even a correction, just a one candle closing above and then continuation up. So not easy to enter, but indeed medium risk and not high risk as it was 1803 key level entry. Then we have some ranging. We are creating another block at these highs, which are highs above the area of interest, the price sensitivity area that we were talking about. We have impulsive doing New York Stock Exchange open, impulsive breakdown, very, very fast. Not even giving the time to enter below this price sensitivity area again, which I was looking for. But very, very impulsive, very, very fast. And where it reacts, it creates a double bottom here. Again, not gonna say that it was easy to spot because such an aggressive move, you don't know if price is going to melt below 1801 or not. So that's why I say you that it's not actually very, very easy to spot it live. Other block created at higher highs, it's fine. Double bottom at 1803-ish, 1803-ish. Very, very, very strong action not reacting at any specific price point. But then this is Jeff Cole. He was trying to look for the same action that happened here, and we actually got it. Break, retest, and then continuation up. Possible second entry that I missed with another impulsive break above, retest, and then the last spike up to revisit those previous highs on the left, failing to break. So this is break and retest after double bottom. Possible second entry, very good, and then failure to make new all-time highs or higher highs, sorry, not all-time highs, which might give the opportunity to take sells. Is actually a setup that I want to improve my scalping skills on. Very aggressive move to revisit and retest this previous price sensitivity area. And since then, yes, we are ranging. We broke again above 1806 for 10, 15 pips, but broke below, retested, then above. Not very. This is after London close. So today the volume died up a little bit after London close. Nothing special happened after all these very action-packed hours of New York session. So this is it for London session. Just give me a second. For gold, sorry. Just give me a second. And I'm back, this time with Bitcoin. We're going to do our recap on Bitcoin as well. So as we were identifying in the last period, just give me a second. Okay, I'm back. My Epic Pen decided not to collaborate. So on the high time frame and the hourly time frame, we were seeing, of course, big and bullish trend last week. Then we saw a pullback, failing to break this previous price sensitivity area on the left. Continuation bullish, pullback, making new higher lows, a new lower high being created, but still price at 44 flat was, no, this is already 48. We were making a sort of double bottom and multiple rejections at 48 to 88. So we can see 48 300 as a price sensitivity area, and rejection, and then continuation up, reaction, as you can see here, at this previous 49,400, but then very impulsive bullish action, a double top being created over 50,100 for 20, and then the pullback. So I will see in a minute. This analysis was done. Okay, we were around here. So we were starting to see already price making new lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And we were around here. So what we were expecting was the trend is still bullish. As you can see, we haven't broken the last higher low. We are making new higher high. So we might get a pullback, but then continuation up. We were identifying some price sensitivity area where price could react and then take advantage of continuation up, maybe a deeper pullback at 49 flat continuation up, or even below at this last higher low in continuation up. So nothing actually of this happened, because as you can see already, the price moved very bearish. There was a deeper correction. We made a new a lower high. So this was the last higher high. We made lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, sort of same high, but then we created a very impulsive lower high, lower low as well. So, and we are reacting here at this 48 flat price sensitivity area that was already marked up as a top, if you remember, was a resistance and created two very strong rejections. Let me go and show them to you. As you can see, this is the last one, and this was the previous one. So as you can see, 3 times was stopped, and 3 times it was failing to break, but then we broke above and used as a support. As you can see now on the intraday time frame, we are using it as well as a support. So let's go on the 1 minute chart. As you can see from the morning, as I told you, it's already clear the really strong downtrend that was created, even very impulsive, very faster during New York Stock Exchange volume, stronger than a regular trend line. So if we start from the morning, right here, there you go. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let's see if I can manage. Not really, because there are many price sensitivity area. Just give me a second. Eccomi qua. Queste sono le zone di... sorry, I'm back. I was speaking in Italian. These are the price sensitivity area that I was referring to on the hourly time frame here. Of course, they are not matching, but on the 1 minute, they are the same price level. As you can see, starting from the morning, London, we saw some reaction, some move, nothing special, a deeper pullback, retesting these previous lows, and then a break and retest in continuation up above 49,650 for like 25 pips above 49,400. Since then, we made new higher highs and higher lows, failing to break, retesting these previous highs on the left hand side. Let me show you. Yeah. And then continuation up slowly, but indeed moving, as you see, another retest, but then creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, up until this is London open. We have finally a touch of 15. This is 49,825, which was our price sensitivity area on the left here, as you can see, 49 to 825, but we failed to break it. So as you can see, this was our last high. So let me chart it up. So break and retest of 49,380, which was the price marked up. Slow but uptrend indeed. New higher high being created, and okay, reaction at 49 to 25. So why I call it a reaction and not a rejection? Because as for now, we are just reacting. You see, we have another try, deeper pullback, retesting these previous lows, another try, deeper pullback, another try, attempt, or then try, sorry. But then we are starting to see a shift in the structure because we see that buyers are not even able to push price to this excess price sensitivity area on the left, but every time they're falling shorter and shorter, which is signaling to us buyers exhaustion. I see failing to make even a new intraday high. Then, as you can see, as I showed you already, this is what's the so-called, let me put it in red, block you handle, which is the last one. Of course, during the live session, you don't know which one is the last one. Buyers exhaustion. You don't know which is the last one, but even if you enter here, sells, or the second attempt sells, it's 2 hours and a half later. If you're still there, you didn't take profit here, even here, but you're still failing to break this same price sensitivity area. And so anytime you entered here is still valid, the idea, of course. But from there, you just see seller getting into control, retesting this price sensitivity area, impulsive, double bottom, and a big rejection of like 40, 50 pips. But then you see sellers coming back strong from the sideline. Of course, it's a multiple reaction. Another one, so you can call it order block below 49,380 PSA with risk reward sales entry. And medium risk entry. Again, high risk, high reward entries and medium risk entry. Because we saw here, if we created another block, we broke, we retest for short, we broke below, you can enter here, or even safely, the safest entry is at a break and retest of the structure here, safer entry at break and retest of 49 flat here. And after very, very, very choppy action, it's almost 70 pips. We keep printing lower highs and lower lows. We had an impulsive break below of a total 800, more than 100 pips total. This move, very, very interesting move. And since then, we have been sort of ranging between the two price sensitivity area, which are 30 pips of range, but the price is just playing and reacting, as you can see, on the dot here. And it created a base. And there's another block here. This was very interesting because it was exactly the, let me show you, the high risk reward sells below 49K here. That was below this previous low, worked out, played out for 110 pips, while the safest sells below this higher low, played out for like quick scalp of 50 pips. Not bad, I gotta say. Which were these after the break and retest of this previous price sensitivity area. Let me chart it. Yeah. Break and test of 48, 350, 325. I don't remember. 48, 288, 288. Okay. So this is it for Bitcoin. I'm going to do now another video. So for this one, that's it. See you next time, guys.